Hello students, welcome to Notebook. Today we will discuss the lesson Why do we need a parliament? Let me ask you a question. 7 of you form a football team in school. So, how do you decide who is going to be the goalkeeper? The decision is usually taken by everybody in the team. Similarly, a parliament enables the citizens of a state to participate in decision making and control a government. The word parliament dates back almost to the 11th century Old French word parlement, coming from parler, meaning to talk. By definition, the parliament is the legislative body of the government. The constitutional history of India is varied and interesting. In the colonial era, the Indian population led a life of terror and subjugation. Come independence, the citizens of free India had the rights to participate in decision-making. The Constitution of India was laid down with the principle of universal adult franchise, that is, the right to vote for all adult citizens. So, how do citizens form the government? By exercising their right to vote, people elect their representatives. These elected representatives form the parliament. The majority from amongst these elected representatives forms the government. The parliament is the highest law-making body of the country. As we just spoke about right to vote and election, do you know when were electronic voting machines first used? EVMs were first used in the 2004 general election throughout the country. This saved tons of papers which used to be wasted in the process. How many of you have been to New Delhi? Let me tell you that the parliament holds its session in the Sansad Bhavan or Parliament House in New Delhi. Some of you must have seen it during your visit to New Delhi. Do you know that our parliament building was designed by British architects Sir Edwin Lutyens and Sir Herbert Baker in 1912 to 1913. Now, let us see the important features of the parliament. The parliament consists of the Rajya Sabha, also known as the Council of States, and the Lok Sabha, known as the House of the People. Members of Lok Sabha are directly elected by the people every 5 years. The country is divided into several constituencies. Each of these constituencies elect one candidate to the parliament. These candidates can belong to different political parties. Currently, there are 545 members in the Lok Sabha. Can you name a few political parties who contest Lok Sabha election? National parties like Bharatiya Janata Party, Indian National Congress, Communist Party of India, and state parties like Janata Dal, All India Trinamool Congress, and Telugu Desam are examples. Now, the elected members of the legislative assemblies of different states elect the members to the Rajya Sabha. Currently, there are 233 elected members to the Rajya Sabha, along with 12 members nominated by the President. The elected members of both the houses of the parliament are called members of parliament, that is, the MPs. So students, tell me something. If you wish to study abroad, who do you think in your family will ultimately decide the future course of actions? It is your parents, right? They are expected to execute certain responsibilities that will help in implementing your plans to pursue higher studies further. Similarly, Parliament is the highest law-making entity of the country, also needs to perform a few important functions. Let's discuss some of them in details in the next part of the video.